Tonight, we have a murder mystery. Mr. Smith was killed and his body was found floating on Lake Taal. Two suspects are in the police custody, Noah Brown and Fergus Smith. These three selected theories related to popular culture will be used for this case. Semiotic bias, archetype, and fun theory. Will we find the culprit?
Hello, I'm Detective Jaira and I'm going to talk about semiotics by Peirce. Peirce's sign theory or semiotic is an account of signification, representation, reference, and meaning. Although sign theories have a long history, Peirce's accounts are distinctive and innovative for their breadth and complexity and for capturing importance of interpretation and signification. So, let's apply it to this murder case. According to the maid, she saw a lot of blood in the living room and everything is messy. So she called us as soon as possible by using semiotics by Peirce. We conclude that the representative is the blood and messy living room, and our interpretant is someone got murdered, and the object is to call the police. Semiotics is crucial in movies, shows, cartoons, and significant in visual storytelling. For example, here our representation is that the left road contains spiky rocks and cracks. So our interpretation is it is a dangerous road, and the object is do not take that road. And the same theory can be applied to the right side of the road as well as other signs that's supposed to have an intention behind its representation. Now, let's proceed to our suspects.
Hi, I am Detective JP, and we're going to talk about our suspects using the archetypes. So, ano nga ba yung archetypes na? An archetype is something that is considered to be a perfect or typical example of a particular kind of person or thing, because it has all their most important characteristics. In popular culture, archetypes help us identify the motives and general personalities of different characters. Our first archetype identifier is the mastermind. You've been told that your story needs conflict. Each scene needs to have tension. You need to be writing villains, memorable antagonists that can supercharge your plot. But how about villains that you never see coming? Just like our first suspect. No. Innocent, kind, supportive, generous. Yet, he's one of the main suspects of the murder. A mastermind is the ultimate villain. Always multiple steps ahead of the hero. He's the evil genius who usually appears towards the end of the story and has orchestrated everything that the hero had to overcome. Are you familiar with these characters? Behind their bright and cheerful persona hides their true evil intention. The mastermind is the perfect deadly combination of sinister and brilliance.
Then why don't you join her?
Another archetype is the bully. Here's a bad guy who's the straight up evil and more just a jerk. Of course, that doesn't make us hate the bully any less. This villain is cruel, not because they have anything to gain, but because it gives them some sick satisfaction to pick on someone weaker than themselves or someone they have power over. Just like our second suspect, Fergus. He has resentment to his brother and always insults him whenever he gets the chance. However, he denied that he committed such crime. Are you familiar with these characters? Yes, they are both a bully and gain satisfaction on what they are doing.
I am so sorry. I hope Mr. Fibley's okay.
Yes, they are both a bully and gain satisfaction on what they are doing. However, the factors of their behavior may come from their past, abusive parents, and violent environment. Maybe it is also the case for our suspect.
In order to make progress, in this case, we need to make some theories. A fun theory. What if it was never Noah or Friggers? It was actually the maid who called us. What if it was suicide? It is Noah who killed, it's Friggers his brother? Everything is possible in a fun theory. There are speculation and interpretations of fans towards the movies, shows, or basically anything that's shared in various communities. It became a huge part in popular culture as gives alternative takes of stories or movies and give a little twist to make it more interesting. Of course, they are accompanied by solid argument, precise reference to canonical elements that gives greater likelihood, credibility. A great example of a popular fan theory is Kevin McClister from Home Alone. Is John Kramer from Jigsaw. See, the similarities are both keen in building elaborate crafts. It's said that Kevin, after growing older, getting cancer, decided to use his skill to build contraption to use against criminals. Others thus appreciate the life they have.
That's a problem you're gonna have to solve before it's too late.
Peter Pan is an angel of death. It's theorized that Peter Pan is a Grim Reaper and Neverland is the afterlife. Wendy actually died in leukemia and Peter Pan is guiding her through afterlife, where she met more dead children, which is the lost boy. That explains why they are not growing up.
Well, I'm certainly proud of you.
So, regarding to murder mystery, do you have theory in mind?
Hi there mates, my name is Joshua and today we are going to talk about what we have learned from the 3 theories that were presented and differentiated by using a murder case. So now let's talk about the semiotic theory by Pearson. This theory is important because this allows a clear and concise presentation of concept that is jargon free. So how does this theory affect one's national identity? Firstly, this popular culture allows people to have a comprehensive understanding of what is happening. This can increase the level of visual auditory and the quality of society's critical thinking. Second is the archetype. Now, archetype has its fair share of pros and cons. Firstly, the bad thing about the archetype is that it may bring stereotyping because this popular culture shows a role or personality that can be easily tied up to the person. This can cause people to believe it is standard and we must follow these things. Now, the good thing about this is as our society evolves, the archetypes, especially in the movies, are also evolving. They are more diverse, which pushes our society to understand and diversify our beliefs even more. Lastly is the fan theory. Really, this is one of the most common popular culture. Movie makers and book writers sometimes uses this to keep their audience and readers hooked up by leaving some Easter eggs and unresolved conflicts that people would start to theorize on what's about to happen. Because of this, the identity of the society can be concluded as imaginative and critical thinkers, as they were able to puzzle out a theory based on the pieces left by the story.